Hey guys, I'm going to do a quick video. I've not filmed anything for about 3 weeks, so I thought I'd just do something. I'm going to let you know I've changed a few things in my business lately, and I just thought I'd let you know. So at the end of the winter time, I ended up losing 2 jobs, just 2 customers that didn't carry on for this year. One of them was a place that me and Dad went. We had the contract last year, we lost the contract. It's not a personal thing. Unfortunately, the people we actually were working for liked us. It was just the fact that the guy who picks the prices, you know, he's a guy in an office who's never even walked around the garden before, and he decided that he'd go for something cheaper. So we lost that one, not a big deal. And the second one I lost was a private one that I do myself, and they just financially just wanted to try and change things and try and do it themselves. So yeah, I lost 2 customers, and so probably sort of after Christmas time I started thinking this year I'd like to refresh my clientele. So what I decided to do was put in motion having an advert this year, a bigger advert than I've had in the past few years. So just put you in the picture, the last few years, probably the last 3-4 years, I've always had an advert in a local parish. It's not too far from where I live, but it's not a massive, the advert it goes in a little booklet. It's that sort of size. It's sort of that sort of size, and it gets delivered to all the houses in the parish. It's something to do with the church. The church deliver it to all the houses. It doesn't go to too many. It probably goes to like I don't know, 500 homes. Probably goes to something like that. And I've had one in there for the last 3-ish years, and it's done me really well. It's got me my best jobs. It's got me some really nice bread and butter jobs that just keep it rolling in all year round. But what I wanted to do was trying to expand the area that I work in. So I advertised in a bigger directory. It's a local directory, but it goes to sort of the main 6 villages around where I live. It cost a little bit more money than the advert I've got just down here, but I thought it was time for a bit of a change. Now, I was dubious before I put it in because I'd had an advert in there years ago when I used to do decorating, paint and decorating, and I didn't get a single phone call from it. So I was a little bit like, well, we'll see how it goes. So put the advert in, it went in, and it was really cool. So I had to design myself what I wanted the advert to look like, and they sent me a little template of it, and it was really nice. I'd like to see my name, and I've never done anything like that before. I don't really have like a brand thing, so it was nice to see it done up for me. Yeah, it was cool to go through that sort of thing. But then of course I knew when the advert was actually coming out. I'd actually got the directory myself. You know, it gets delivered to say 6 main villages in my area, and I knew when the advert was out. It came out like the 1st of May, and I was sort of sat there thinking, okay, here we go, phone will ring now, let's wait and see. And nothing happened for the first week, and I was sort of thinking, oh, you know, this is a waste of time. And I'm looking through the actual magazine, there were like 3 other gardeners in there. I know there's 3 different gardening companies, I sort of know of them locally to me. And so after that first week, nothing. And then all of a sudden, I got to like the Thursday of the second week, the phone rang. And then since then, look, within like the last 2 weeks, I think I've had 14 phone calls now, and I've priced up. I've looked at 12 of them so far. I've looked at 12 of them. I need to look at another one on Wednesday next week. Today's Friday. What date are we on? Just so you know, it's Friday the 27th. So I'm looking at another one Wednesday. I've got another one to look at probably Tuesday afternoon. But all the ones I've looked at so far, I've got them. The lawns are that high, all of them. You know, one of the blokes I went to said he's not cut his lawn since last August. His mower's packed up. I'm not surprised his mower's packed up because he's probably tried to cut his grass when it's like 2 foot tall. Anyway, so that was just a one-off. So 2 of them one-offs, and the rest of them are fortnightly. Or what I've said to people, some people didn't like the idea of fortnightly, so I said, well, not fortnightly, then let's do it twice a month. Which, when I looked through the diary, it basically is fortnightly anyway. So yeah, it's got some real nice, interesting little jobs from it. There's a real mix of things. So, like I say, 2 of them were just one-offs. A lot of people are asking for time. You know, so the first thing they ask is how much do you charge an hour. It's the very first thing they say, and I always say, well, I need to look at the job first, because if it's just lawns, then I'm not going to price it per the hour. It's just going to be a price job, which is nice. There's 2 of them that are just sort of basic lawns. One of them's weekly, which is fine for me. It's very local to another job I do. So yeah, all in all, I've been really pleased with it. I say I've had a phone call probably an hour ago as well, so I'm just getting more and more phone calls. The advert's really paid for itself on the very first job I've done, and I've been well impressed with it. The nice thing is as well, the advert I've paid for, it comes out in 3 lots. So this May was the first lot. It will come out again next month, but it will go to a totally different area, which is still local to me, but it's just a different, it's probably sort of 10 miles outside where I actually live, but it goes to a load of little villages in that area. And so it'll be interesting. I'm hoping really now to just pick up lawns. Even the person that's phoned me about an hour ago, I had to say to them, look, I will come and look at the job, but if it's more hours, you know, if they're after hours, I probably won't be able to do it. In fact, one of the people I was going to turn the job away because they were after hours originally, and I said, look, I can only come in and do the lawn. And he said, yeah, do that then, just come in and cut the grass. So he changed his mind, but a lot of them are after hours. And in fact, the last 2 or 3 that were after hours, I actually upped it again, which I thought I wouldn't get. Yeah, got them no trouble at all. It's like, yes, that's fine. So I've even tried my luck with upping the price a little bit, and they've carried on. So the moral of this story is, I went for it. I've made a bit of a change, and yeah, picked up a fair amount of work from it. I've never been this busy. I made a decision last year that sort of throughout the season I was getting home in good time. I was sort of home by sort of 4 o'clock every day, and I thought, you know what, I need to put myself out a bit more. And watching all the other videos, guys on YouTube and that I realised that I can do more. You know, it's sort of pushed me to go out and do a little bit more. And it's not, I've probably put a job on each day at the minute, and say it's only what we've now May, we're nearly into June. I mean, really, I'm hoping the next lot of advert that goes out, I'm hoping to pick up just a load of one-off hedges. I'm babbling bad now, so I'm going to carry it. I'm going to let you guys get on with your day. I've got a strimming job to go on to now. What time is it? It is 3 o'clock in the afternoon on Friday. I'm going to go and do a strimming job, and yeah, I hope you're all good. I hope the season's cracking for you. I say I've never been this busy before, but it's feeling really good. The roller mower's been fixed. That's all rocking and rolling. That's in the back right now. Juno's good. I'm still planning to do a Juno video. Just the video side of things has suffered lately because I've been so busy, and I don't want to turn up to all these new places I'm working and then just thrust the camera in the face and say, oh look, I'm filming your lawn. But I will hopefully show you a couple of these new ones soon. So I really wanted to show you while they were long, you know, cutting long lawns, but I've just been too pushed for time, and so yeah, it's I will get back to you in the future. Stay busy, guys, be good. I'll see you soon. Bye bye. Something I've got to say quickly, when you're in that situation, your phone's ringing a lot, make sure you've got a bit of paper nearby or your book nearby, so you can write it all down, write all the details down. Don't do what I did in the first week when the phone rang and I had sort of 7 or 8 phone calls that first week. I read it on the details of 7 or 8 different bits of paper. So all around my house I've got different women's names with their numbers, and my missus is going crazy thinking that something's going on. But when I'm looking for, all of a sudden I'm looking for, oh, I need to find Jill. Oh, well, Jill's number was, and I've written it on a bit of paper in the house because I've had the phone call, I'm indoors, I'm like, okay, yeah, thanks a lot. Try and write it in a book that you keep with you all the time, and try and keep that sort of thing with me all day. And I'll just write it in the back so that you know the names, the numbers, where they are, because there's nothing worse than sort of losing a job because you haven't took the time to write it down properly. And I say all around my house there's little bits of paper. That first week was crazy. It was just like, okay, such and such, I've got to go and see Mr. such and such, and you just write it down so quick just to get it down on the bit of paper that just when you go back to it the day after to look at it, it doesn't make any sense. And I say I've got all these numbers around my house, and the missus is looking, thinking, well, what's going on? And it's like, it's all work, I promise. Anyway, that was just something I forgot. If your phone's ringing like crazy, write it down in a book. See ya.